wasn't going to do this guy. Okay, you hear me? I wasn't gonna do this, but I just can't help myself. Book of Boba Fett, COBB VANTH. Why wasn't I gonna do him? Easy. Cause I got that one. And that figure rules. Still rules. Love this figure pretty much all the way top to bottom. Think it's terrific. Actually, I guess that's the reason I ended up going with this. I love this figure so much. I love this so much more than I expected to, that I genuinely can't decide on a day-to-day basis between, is he displayed with the helmet on or with the helmet off? So I was like, well, there's an easy answer for this. We can have all of that glorious Tim Oliphant hair, swooshy hair in my display, all that lanky, gangly, tall, handsome manness without this figure at all. This guy can be off with, I've never even posed him with like the jetpack going and stuff, because how would I do that? So yeah, I just go with this one. The other reason I will say that I picked this up is that Alien Earth debuted this week as I'm recording this, and he's in that. And it was yet another reminder of the megaton crush that I have on this man. And I do just love this character. I'm, as you guys, fans of the channel will know, I'm lukewarm on The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett, but this guy is like my favorite part of both. So he's a favorite character, so why not double dip him? You got me, Hasbro, you got me. So you want to talk about reuse? This is like the reuse king right here. I mean, for all I know, this is, they've actually molded the torso for the armored version and then just pulled the armor off. I doubt it, but you know, otherwise, obviously lots of reuse. Probably identical head, we're gonna find out. But you know, like I said at the top, I just couldn't help myself. Fantastic stuff. This is VC number 371 on a Book of Boba Fett card. You know, it's weird. For a show I don't really, this is so random. When I bought Black K, I actually cut the Book of Boba Fett logo out and I use it as a bookmark. Now again, I'm no huge fan of that show, but I don't know, there's something about that graphic that it just really reads Star Wars to me. And when I'm reading, I'm literally reading a Star Wars book right now with my Star Wars bookmark in it. There's a lot of Star Wars stuff around here, everybody. So yeah, I see this logo a great deal, even though I own very few figures from the sub line. I don't have what's his face, Bluey Magoo. What's his name? The weird dude. Gonna come and I'm gonna shoot you. Cad Bane. Got there eventually. I don't have him. I still feel like that transition of Cad Bane. I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna criticize Cad Bane. People love Cad. You wanna know how horny Star Wars fans? You think I'm horny because I loved him? You wanna know how horny Star Wars fans are? Go talk to a Star Wars fan about Cad Bane. You know, there are some people out there who really like Cad. You know what I'm saying? Really like Cad Bane. And who am I to gainsay them? I don't have Cad Bane, so he'll be standing on his own in the display. But or maybe I'll just have him talking to his other self, because that's always hilarious. Enough preamble. Good Lord, open the action figure. You know, one of the things I really like about this is there was a time when all action figures really had identical physiques. This guy, actually, they've made a really honest effort to capture the fact that Tim Oliphant is a slim dude, very vertical as a guy, and they've done a really good job. You know, that torso really conveys the lack. I mean, it's so skinny that the shoulders look weird, which I guess is a knock against the figure. Like, they don't really look like, because of the way the ball joint has to work, they don't look like they're in far enough, you know, like they should be tighter, but you can't really do anything about that. Otherwise, fantastic. This is a pretty good sculpt of him. I still, as I did with the deluxe one, I don't feel like they nailed the paint job. Yeah, pretty much identical. If anything, the new one has a little bit more white in the beard, which happens, you know, the older we get. Boy, this used to not be much, I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, I don't think they nailed the face on this, which is too bad, because that is a beautiful face and I would love it to be perfect, and it just isn't. Did I ever tell you guys I used to have the hot toy of him, of COBB VANTH? I ended up selling it because it just didn't really feel like it had a place in my collection. But even there, apparently have extremely high standards for the sculpt and painting of Timothy Oliphant, and they didn't quite get it. Speaking of reuse, this guy comes with 2 accessories, both of which came with the deluxe figure. Big ass gun, little ass gun. Little ass gun goes in the holster so that he can have his high noon shootout with the aforementioned Bluey Magoo, or you can just kind of finger it. Just kind of finger it right there. Boy, this video is gonna get me a warning from YouTube if I go any further. Anyway, so he can, yeah, that looks great. Look at that. Look at this dude. Look at this gunslinger. I already knocked the shoulders. The only other knock I would give this is that, even though I don't think this is correct, I would have liked to see him come with a bottle of Spotchka, because I don't think he's actually drinking Spotchka in Book of Boba Fett, but to me, this dude, pretty much any time he's not wearing the armor, he's drinking Spotchka. Especially actually probably after he had the armor. Like once you've had Boba Fett's armor and then you have to give it up because the Mandalorian came to town and helped you kill the Great Dragon, which is a perfectly acceptable reason, by the way. But I feel like after you've had that armor and then it's gone, you're filling that hole with Spotchka pretty regularly. So I feel like I'm gonna give him the bottle to dangle on the other finger there, and he's just gonna be the Marshal of Mos Pelgo, or Freetown, I believe it is now called, wandering around drinking Spotchka all the time, wondering where it all went wrong. I don't regret this purchase at all. For a double dip, this is a great double dip. This guy's gonna look great in my collection. Let me know, guys, did you do it? Did you buy both? Are you just a completist? Do you buy everybody, no matter who they are? How much do you love Cobb? Look at that hair. I mean, that's great hair. Wow. Just hard eyes. I gotta stop with this. Okay, thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you next time.